It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taking in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range. Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I'd continue to go in that direction because right now they get the defense back on their heels.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now they go screen as Sanders has it poked free, and the Packers pick it up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So not only the cough up, but then a pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet we're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy, that just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. I may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 43. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble, his 2nd down.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you get a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, he'll take him each and every time.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and it just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here, start the drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now It's Rodgers. He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran tight end Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Now the man for UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Again the juke. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they get the guard, John Runyon.
Go 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Off the play, fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Catch made by the running back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, we know he can run a football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay 1st.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got his tight end. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. If they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
On first down, Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And they get him down past the 15. First Smith for the Philly first.
Well, I think we've got evidence right now that this team's not going to be daunted at all. Just because they're backed up doesn't mean they're not going to continue to throw the football. They threw an incompletion on first down, but they came right back on second down and threw it again. And this time they hit it for not just good yardage, but a first down.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That's good, a completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
And the perfect defense in this situation would admit that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And the quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. These two teams all tied after one. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Now second and 11 from the 32. On second and 11 now. Hurts. It's caught. Smith.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down at 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get the toe-tap sequence, right? I was ready to call tippy toes if that one was completed.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Slant routes effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick slant here to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get that 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll work this down inside the 30. from the 29. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play, a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He will push his way down to about the 14. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no win, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had a turnover and then a punt on those first 2 drives.
So there's optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll look to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
In so many ways, throwing a hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy. and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Rodgers. They'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down about the 23-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Jones. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have retaken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because, you know, coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get a big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that one in the hands of Brown downfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at their 40-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Hurts. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
To throw again on second down. Hurts, flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing is Hurts. And he's got it. And the Eagles are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's first and goal, a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken a lead here in the final stages of this first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. With all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes and a half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review the play, ruling on the field.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And they'll accept that penalty. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BJ, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out. Okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from getting bigger against them.
On first down, Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. Before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Sanders diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Caught left side by Kyle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside to break it inside. Really well-run route.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the first down on that one?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring us 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 14. First down, Packers.
from midfield. Here's Rodgers. Finds his receiver, Watson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. A give to Jones. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. This is caught with a catch right side. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
6-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back in this football game. Rodgers going to throw. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers are back within a score. And down here, the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, and an Eagle first down.
I like the play design there. They occupy the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard run, leading with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Running lanes would have prayed him in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
3rd down, as a defender, all you're thinking about is getting off the field. How do you stop this last play? But if you don't wrap up when you tackle and you play back like this, all of a sudden he's taking it to the house. And now you're looking at each other wondering, what did we do wrong on that play?
Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. Looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy, try and use size? Got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard, and the Packers have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And these guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten the receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to it quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like he's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles sit out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the delay, Jones. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better really as the night's going on.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Hurts throwing complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
These guys, so they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. But what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal? They'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball.
From the 29, Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix for passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. It's to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a lot better about their position.
A touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. play. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes clocks will get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Complete. This is Lewis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Let's go!
Rodgers again now. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him a gain of 5 on completion. And it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Flush it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That sack courtesy the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Rodgers. toward the punt. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's following up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down 35-34. A minute 24 to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Sanders.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
The last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Jones. And some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Let's go, man.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. And his kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.